Welcome back, guys, to another video, and today's video is just going to be a bunch of random topics. You know, this is some stuff that's been going on in the last 24 hours, and usually I keep a hold of this stuff and I use it for a future podcast episode, especially with gaming news, and get some of my input from my co-host James Gruesome. But today I kind of wanted to make a video talking about some of this stuff because we've had a lot of stuff. What a time to be alive. What a time to be a gamer. Now, first off, I want to go ahead and talk about the Dissida Final Fantasy beta. It just opened up last night. I got to download it and I got to play it. And what are my first impressions? First off, the game visually is amazing. It looks like an amazing game. You got a nice selection of characters to choose from. Unfortunately, I didn't see any villains in it. Hopefully in the final game we add some Kifka, a little bit of Sephiroth in there. But Dissida is a fighting game Final Fantasy, and you guys know me, I love fighting games, I love Final Fantasy. This is like right up my alley, but there's something about the game that's just not really grabbing me in. I think it's the same thing that kind of happened to me when I played J-Stars, if you guys remember that on the PS4 with characters like Naruto and Goku, and I was like, man, this is going to be an amazing game. Something about it, I think it's because it's essentially, it looks like a party game where you have 3 against 3, but there's a lot of management and team-based kind of strategy that goes with it, and I think that can kind of confuse people because fighting games are normally very easy to pick up and some people can just button mash their way in. This is definitely not a button masher because there's like certain things you got to kind of look at. You're like, oh man, I got to use my MP for this, HP for that. I feel like it more focuses on your inventory and strategy than your move set. Because I felt like the moves that you could do in Dissida were very limited. And I don't know, for now, I'm not really feeling it. It's just not grabbing me. The beta is going to be open up for a week. It's supposed to be ending, I believe, on September 5th. And hopefully by September 5th, my opinion kind of changes on it. I think I need to just get this game a little bit more time. And that can be a problem when it comes to fighting games. Some people don't want to give fighting games time. Some people just like to get online, play a fighting game, and just casually play a couple of rounds and go home or do whatever. But yeah, this is something that I'm just not really feeling that much at the moment. The game looks amazing, the music's awesome, but gameplay, it really does matter, and right now it's just not grabbing me. But I don't want to just end this video on just some sour Dissida Final Fantasy talk. I want to talk about some good stuff as well. Now, let's talk about Limited Run. Limited Run has been a little bit under hot water in the last 2 weeks. You know, they had their Wonder Boy and Night Trap go live, and they sold out in a matter of minutes, matter of seconds, I should say. Some people couldn't even check out. They were in the checkout, they had the games in their cart, and they're automatically selling out. Well, Limited Run kind of listens to that, and they did a pre-order with Ys Origins with the standard edition, and the collector's edition was still following the same suit as Limited Run, where once it goes up, if you don't get it, it's gone. You got two chances, 2 batches, and once it's gone, it's gone. Where the pre-orders were a little bit more stretched out, they're already sold out. I think they lasted like 5 minutes each, which is a record for Limited Run right now. But it kind of surprised me because some people were kind of upset about that. Now, sometimes I feel like gamers are just never happy, you know, because when Night Trap and Wonder Boy was coming out, people were upset that these games were selling out in a matter of seconds. Now people are upset because they felt like that this wasn't a limited run. They felt like it wasn't limited. It was still 3,000 copies, so it was just stretched out a little bit more and made it a little easier. And you know, I like the concept of Limited Run. I like the fact that if you have a digital-only game, you can get a disc copy, because some people love physical copies and you can have that in your collection. And I feel like some people, they just want it just so they can say they have it. And I think those people that just wanted it to say, hey, I got Ys, or I got Night Trap, I got Wonder Boy, I think those people are the ones that are kind of sour, which, I mean, sorry, you don't feel special right now. Gamers need games to play, not just collect on the shelf as eye candy. So I commend Limited Run for trying to do something a little different, for listening to their consumers, and trying to make it easier for everyone. Let's just hope that they continue with this, they find a new path with the new popularity of Limited Run, and most of all, people can get more games that they want in their collection, because that's really what it's all about. Now, some upcoming releases, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tuesday, Yakuza Kiwami is coming out. This is a remake to the first Yakuza game, and I'm so excited about it. I'm such a huge Yakuza fan, and I cannot explain enough to people that if you want to get into the series, get Yakuza 0 and beat that, and then get Yakuza Kiwami. So you got the prequel to the series, and you got the first entry. And I was really happy to hear just the other day, about 2 days ago, that Yakuza Kiwami 2 was leaked, and now as of this morning, it's officially announced that we're going to be getting Yakuza Kiwami 2, which is a remake of Yakuza 2. So essentially, you're going to be having Yakuza 0, Part 1 and Part 2 completely redone with a new engine for the PlayStation 4. And we also have Yakuza 6 coming out in 2018. Guys, I am so stoked about this. This is probably one of my new favorite series. This was a series that James, my co-host, was telling me about for the past like 5 years. He was like, man, you really need to play this. And I finally sat down and played it, and I played Yakuza 0, and I get it. It's a great, great series. When you see people say that Sega's dead, that all Sega does is worry about Sonic and whatnot, just throw Yakuza in their face. Just throw it in their face. Because this is everything. To me, this is like the spiritual successor to Shenmue. It like took everything that we loved about Shenmue and made it even better with Yakuza. Also, they announced Yakuza Online. And there's not too much to really talk about with this. It was just announced, and the trailer was all in Japanese. I don't know exactly what they're going with this. With the online, it sounds like it's going to be almost like a Yakuza MMO, which sounds kind of cool. You know, maybe you can form your own clans and take a part in the story. It shows a character saving Kiryu from a thug in the middle of the city, and I'm excited about it. Now, I'm more of a single player kind of guy. I don't really like playing a whole lot of multiplayer, but this is something I can get behind. This is something that, you know, a couple of me and my buddies that are Yakuza fans, we can make our own clan and have some fun. I'm looking forward to it. That's just really awesome. And last but not least, on PS4, Square Enix announced that they're making a remake to Secret of Mana. Wow, this is something that I did not expect. I really did not expect this, and the game looks absolutely beautiful. It's got that whole like chibi kind of look to it. To me, it looks almost like a refined PlayStation 1 remake. It looks really good. The only two gripes that I have is I really hope we get a version on the Switch. I would love to have Secret of Mana on the Switch, and also I hope we have the ability to play it in Japanese voice acting with the English subtitles, because the English voice acting was kind of laughable from just the one sentence I heard. It's like, where's the sword coming from?
What's a sword doing here?
Yeah, but I mean, I can live with bad voice acting. I mean, I love Symphony of the Night, and that game had atrocious voice acting. I'm just excited that we're getting so many JRPGs. I feel like we're in this JRPG renaissance. I mean, there's so many great games coming. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe it. I had to get up this morning, I had to get in front of the camera and talk about this. And if you guys want more videos in this style where I just talk about some random video game topics, be sure to leave a comment below. And don't forget to hit the bell, guys. The bell will notify you when I'm coming out with new videos. And update your subscription feed, because YouTube doesn't do it unless you hit the bell. That's just a new thing they do now. But anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.
Can't get enough of Access Gaming Podcast? Be sure to check out our audio podcast on Podomatic.com. You can also subscribe to us on iTunes. And if you have a YouTube channel or podcast you'd like to share, be sure to check us out on Facebook on our group page and join the community. As always, guys, thank you so much for all the support, and happy gaming.